The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café.
Welcome to this episode of Pit Life BBQ. Gather around the pit with your hosts, Johnny Maggs and Greg the Barbecue Broker DiGiorgio. Let's talk barbecue.
What's up, everybody? Coming to you live from the Studio 21 Podcast Café in Salem, New Hampshire. It's the Pit Life BBQ podcast, where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics that you'd normally talk around the pit. As always, I'm joined by the barbecue broker.
My dog.
What's happening, brother?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Bring it in.
Boom.
What a week.
Yes.
What a weekend.
We had so much
How
fun.
much fun did we freaking have this past weekend?
We had an absolute blast.
I don't think these people out there realize.
Blast.
I don't think they realize
Realize what?
how much fun we had.
Oh, we had an absolute blast.
What did we do?
Oh, I don't know if you really want to go. It might incriminate us.
We're at
There's laws involved here.
a local motorcycle club in parts unknown, we could say.
Yes.
Brother Phil would appreciate that.
Pots on, yeah.
Parts unknown, Daddy cooks. Parts unknown, and we cooked meats for about 70, 80 people.
Yep. And they absolutely loved it.
We got, I wouldn't say a standing O, but we got a little bit of a clap when we started the truck to leave.
Oh, yeah. We
People
got
were
an
like-
applause.
We got a little bit of an applause.
First time that's ever happened.
Wait, they were clapping because you were leaving? Or?
Well, it could have
Could
been
have
that.
been that.
He's like,
We're taking it as the food
we
was
got a bit
good.
of a clap as
Chrissy!
we started to leave. I'm like, is that a good thing
I
in
thought
this
you
country?
liked us, Chrissy.
I do. I was the one clapping because you were leaving. No.
It was
That's awesome.
really the first on-site, paid on-site event for the BBQ Broker Catering LLC, and I got to share it with my homie.
It was great. We had a blast.
How much fun did we have? We're sitting there. We are prepping 20 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs each,
Yep.
whistling Christmas carols in April.
Wait, isn't that how everyone does barbecue?
But it's just, we were happy.
We're just
we're in
a mood.
we're in a happy place. It's like meditation, trimming the chickens and cooking and doing the fire. That's what we love to do. And we were able to share that with people this weekend, and I think we knocked it out of the park. Give me some.
Absolutely.
Well done.
Fuck yeah. Love it.
And Daddy Dutch says $100 says you didn't have as good of a weekend as he did. Well,
I don't know
depends
if we
on
can
which
share
one
that.
of you you want to talk about because
What, Kyle, what do you mean take down? Who's taking me down, Kyle?
Daddy Dutch took first place ribs and second place something else.
That's amazing.
He had a killer weekend at the car.
That's a better weekend than we had right there.
For
it's
sure.
It's debatable because we had
For
so much damn
sure.
fun. Look at Kyle. Do I have to
What's
fight?
Kyle?
Do I have to fight Kyle?
Why
Are
do
we
I see
fighting
Kyle?
now? Thought we were friends, Kyle.
I don't see Kyle.
Right here.
Oh.
Ken
Kyle.
Vanderwijk, congrats, my 6'4" plus guy who will take down Greg. Why are you taking me down? What does this mean?
I don't know.
Kyle, you want to arm wrestle? I thought we were over this. I thought we were friends, but
Okay,
I want
okay.
to wrestle you.
All right.
Boom. Let's go, Kyle.
Dude.
Look at he's knocking the shakes
You're knocking
down.
the
What are you
thing in-
doing?
You're exciting me, Kyle. I'm getting excited.
Jesus, Kyle, we're going to ban you if you're going to
Speaking of the
decide a
shakes,
riot.
today's show is brought to you by
Uncle Steve's Shake. Hey, you ever wonder why when you light up your smoker, nobody's coming, but yet your neighbor lights up and everyone's coming? There's a line down the street. Why is that? Because your neighbor's using Uncle Steve's Shake, and apparently you're not. Which means one thing. You better get you some right now. Uncle Steve's Shake is handmade, uses only the finest ingredients, comes in 10 amazing flavors, including the new renamed Pig Shake, Cow Shake, and Bird Shake, the new Smoke Bomb, and the Dessert Shake, which is unbelievable. If you have any shake questions, Uncle Steve has fantastic customer service. They'll walk you through all your shake needs. So it's time to take your backyard game to that next level with Uncle Steve's Shake. Shake some on everything, John.
And don't forget
Everything.
the soon-to-be
Released South Texas Red.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Let me tell you something, Jack.
Ooh, buddy.
What's it good on? What'd you try it on?
I put it on burgers on Sunday. Oh,
Lights out.
my goodness.
By itself?
By itself.
Just to see what it does.
Just see what it does.
Nice redness to it, mahogany color.
Yeah, it added a little something to it. You know, obviously
Were they
it's
hot?
a burger.
Was it hot? Was it just right?
Oh, it was just right with the cooking.
We're still in the test phase.
I still need to try it on chicken wings.
Okay.
I try everything with chicken wings.
Good to know. This week's episode also brought to you by
Two Guys Smoke Shopping up in twoguyscigars.com. Whether we are barbecuing or not, we always keep the smoke rolling thanks to our friends at twoguyscigars.com. Today we are smoking the Jose Dominguez Maduro. Thanks to our friends from twoguyscigars.com, we get to smoke some of the best cigars in the world, and so can you. Just visit twoguyscigars.com for your perfect barbecue companion. That's the number 2guyscigars.com.
Perfect. Well, wow, mine wasn't perfect.
No,
you say
you
perfect
go,
after me.
Yeah, no, because you go completely off script, and I'm just like freaking out with a teleprompter. Like, where's he?
I don't.
know.
You know what?
Take a guess.
I appreciate that you roll the teleprompter, but obviously I don't need it, and I don't read it. I don't read it or need it.
This
Chrissy.
from the guy the first couple weeks gives me a hard time
damn.
for not doing the teleprompter because he needed
It's
it.
a comfort thing.
Okay.
It's like having the navigation, but you don't
All
really
right,
need the navigation.
Shut up!
I'm done.
Ooh.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because there was someone
Dad's yelling.
sent a message in the chat. Brother Alton,
Yes. We got you, bro.
we're thinking about you, brother.
We love you.
Stay strong, pal.
Love you and Gene. That's all we got.
That's it. You know,
What's up, Juke?
everyone, you know, anyone who knows
Anyone who
Brother
knows
Alton
knows.
and Gene,
Knows
you know,
what's
keep
going
them in
Keep them in
keep
the
them
heart.
in your prayers.
100%.
Thoughts and prayers to the Matthews family right now in a difficult time.
Absolutely.
That's you know, you're in our thoughts and prayers, brother.
Yeah.
But
Kent says freaking Greg's going to have a stroke. Is that different than any other week, Kent?
no, not really.
Let's go.
But anyway, let's get down to it.
yeah.
I'm excited today.
100%.
We are
Yeah.
going back to the great state of Texas. And we are being joined live from the Salinas brothers.
Yes, we
Randy
are.
and Junior of Big Salinas Barbecue.
Gentlemen, what's up?
How you doing, boys?
Not much. Glad to be here.
100%. So good to have you guys. As you can see, we have your array of product here. Which we'll talk about.
I see they're all open too.
You got that broken seals on everything, brothers.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just telling you right now, out of the gates, phenomenal.
You can drink the barbecue sauce.
I mean, I've done it already.
You can literally drink it. It is that good.
Everything that's gone out of these sauces here has actually not went on product yet. It's just down my gullet. And it's just freaking amazing. It's rare that I like the whole product line when I get things. I'm going to tell you right now. It's rare. Sometimes you like a couple things or one thing you don't or this or that. I'm a fan of it all. Hell yeah.
He's like a 3-year-old at a restaurant.
Yeah.
You want this? No. You want this? I don't like it.
I'm like a 3-year-old without a restaurant as well.
That too. That too. So let's start at the beginning. Where you boys from? You know, what do you guys do work-wise, and how did Big Salinas Barbecue come to be?
Let's go.
So right now I'm in between jobs. I kind of left my other job because it just wasn't working out. But we're both from Princeton, you know, the North Texas area. We grew up with our dad, uncles, you know, cooking barbecue, and our dad basically catered for, you know, when I was in middle school, my brother was in high school, and then when he went off to college, you know, he kept doing it, but he came down with cirrhosis of the liver, got sick, so he had to stop. So therefore, you know, 10 years he stopped. So it was like late 2013, started watching TV 2013, 2014. I started watching TV and what pops up? Barbecue Pit.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
We all know this feeling.
Yep.
We all know the feeling you're talking about right now.
But yeah, it brought back so much memory. So I was like, you know what? He's got the smoker out there. Let me just fire it up and cook some ribs. So we cooked some ribs and, you know, had all my family over. My sister was like, you know what? You need to cater. So that's what started it all. Got with my brother and says, hey, you know, let's do it. Came up with the logo, everything. And, you know, you look at 7 years later, you know, we would have never imagined having our own sauce and barbecue rubs. But, you know, we decided 2019 we were going to go for it. In 2020, in the midst of COVID, you know, where a lot of companies were basically taking steps back, we took a step forward. We took a leap of faith to do it. And we've been so blessed to have so many different, competition cooks, barbecue, groups, the barbecue community just helping us along the way and to grow.
Isn't it? Barbecue community is fantastic, isn't it? It's just all there for each other, I feel.
It is. It's nothing like it. I mean, you can never have met somebody ever, and then you cooking next to them in a competition, and they like your best friend. Like you feel like you've known them for 20 years, and they'll help you out any way they can. It's like I said, it's nothing like you ever will experience. So I encourage everybody to try it at least once.
Yeah, man. It's funny because when I haven't, we're about to do our first competition coming up, but it's just what I hear is, everyone does help each other because I don't want to lose because your injector broke. I want you to inject your meat, and I want to beat you at your best. That's what it's all about, and then after we can hang out and drink a beer together. But I don't want to beat you on a default or a DQ or anything like that, So it's an amazing community. 100% agree with that. Before I get pen flipped by this jerk, I'm going to stop.
You're all right.
Oh, really? Oh, because you pen flip me weekly.
Okay, fine. You asked for it, now you got it.
Get out of here.
Did we forget to feed him before the show again? I'm very angry today.
No, I ate with Billy before the show,
You're very
actually.
hangry.
I'm not hangry.
Or you're
I'm
just
actually.
angry.
I'm always
Passionate.
high blood pressure, always at like a borderline high and low. It's like right there.
Yeah,
I operate like that daily.
we can tell.
I love it, though. It's how
You
I
see him at 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's how I succeed,
God.
though.
There's no change.
It's a blessing and a curse. It really is a blessing and a curse, both.
That's it.
Hey. So, how about you, Junior? What are you up to?
I work for Ally Financial and then I do web development on the side. So I have a couple different things I do to try to bring in money for the family, for my family at least. Just have a new baby girl. She'll probably make an appearance when she comes back. But,
Congrats.
Yes, congrats.
It's the loss of sleep, but like I said, it truly is, like I said, a family thing when we talked about it, when we started it, and it was just, and it's going on, and try to include it now and include our nephews in it. And hopefully, I caught a podcast, you're trying to get your sons in it. Hopefully one day my daughter wants to do it because the women in it is coming up big. So I would love for her to be able to take it over and hopefully take it to another level one day as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely the family aspect, I think, is what's one of the best things about the barbecue, other than, of course, all the flavors and the good food. But, but the whole family thing, and especially trying to get the kids involved. And I know, especially down in Texas, with one of our good friends, Steve Jimenez from Kids Q Nation, with him having that, and he's doing great things down there with the kids coming up, at all ages.
Oh, yeah.
Up to, I think it goes up to like 13, 14, maybe.
That's awesome. Yep. And they start them young, man.
Oh, yeah. And you got kids, 4 or 5 years old, and they're winning, and it's great. Now, if we can just get some big Salinas and barbecue and products in their hands, take it to the whole nother level. You know what I'm saying?
My son is about to turn 12 years old, okay?
Well, both of them are.
Both of them. I got twins, but one of them specifically, one of them really likes to prep. He likes to do sauces with me, likes to make rubs with me. And the other one, he likes to pit. It's kind of a cool combo. They're totally different, my twins. And one of them, I left for a solid hour and a half like last week. And we were cooking some brisket and ribs. I'm like, Vinny, because of course I got a son named Vinny, right? Vinny, I said, hey, can you watch the fire for Dad when I go? And just, throw a log in after it burns down. You take this one, you flip it down the bottom, flip those over, throw another one on top. He goes, oh, just like the small one out back. I said, yeah. So he managed the 500-gallon when I was away for a couple hours almost. That's a proud moment for me. I come back, it's like, Dad, we're right at 275. I'm like, son, yes.
Tear.
He's like, top's at 275, top right's at 275, and the rest are at 260. I'm like, dude, solid work. Solid work, son.
That's it.
We know you were crying.
I shed some tears. I'm an emotional. I wear my heart on my sleeve, Chrissy. I was crying. Thanks for telling the world.
Yeah. Dad, you got smoke in your eyes?
Thanks.
Yeah.
I did. Smoke in the eyes, Chrissy. Thank you.
So obviously, we've been friends in different, known each other through different groups and everything, which is another platform all of us can, build relationships and friendships and brotherhoods with.
Yep.
But your product line is really starting to take off. And first and foremost, congratulations. If it wasn't just but a couple weeks ago, you hit the official all 50 state mark.
Wow. Yep.
Thank you.
Which is, that's
So you have your sauce in
tremendous.
all 50 states right now?
Sauce and rubs.
In
We
all
shipped
50
them out to all 50 states. Wow. And then today, actually, we got it in Missouri, so that's the first state outside of Texas. So now we're up to 14 stores, the potential maybe 5 or 6 stores to come.
And you guys just cold calling, hitting the phones, just calling people, old school style, right? You know, dial for dollars, numbers game. You know, 100 calls, 10% of people respond. You know, I've been there, I've done it. Like, you know,
Sometimes you got to go old school with
you got to get old school and just start dialing for dollars. That's how you promote your business besides the web and everything else. You got to get on the phone and be like, yo, you guys follow me on Instagram? If you're not, you better be checking me out. It's huge. It's a lot of work.
It is.
Tell us
We've had some stores where the barbecue competition cooks, you know, they win and they go and tell the store, hey, you know, Big Salinas Barbecue's got some sauces, they got some rubs, you need to give them a try. And, you know, next day, I'm getting a phone call, hey, here you got some stuff.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That's the best way to
and
do
now,
it.
and now,
Oh, absolutely.
And now you get to put on there award winning.
Oh yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, let's.
Dip into it. I need to know the story. I want to know how each one of these rubs came about. I want to know the motivation behind them, when you decided to use them in the comps, and how they work for you.
You need to hush up for a minute and let them answer.
I got to ask like 16 questions before I'm done. You know me.
I know, but
You guys
let's
get
go.
all that? You get all that? Tell us about it. Tell us the backstory.
So it all started with the original sauce. That original sauce took me 6 years to make and perfect.
Okay.
Started back in 2014, so now 7 years. I think from today's when I
Don't you drink out of
started
that.
and selling it.
Oh, here we go. We gonna drink.
Do a sauce. Do a cap
Turn
shot.
it up.
Do
Turn
a
it
cap
up.
shot. But if
Cap
I don't want
shot.
you touching your lips to that, because then it's like I made out with you, the chain reaction. That's gross.
I don't have COVID. Relax.
Shot.
That's it.
Yeah,
There
so
it
that
is.
taste that you're getting now, between that and the first batch, is totally
Look at that.
different worlds.
Yeah, that's.
I can fucking
mean,
bathe in
Well,
it.
hang on. All right, give me a.
Chrissy, take it from
I
the
want
tap.
sweet. Oh, I'm allowed to.
I got my
Johnny
first
Fallon.
COVID shot. She's a girl. It's different. She can lick the rim. I don't care.
You know what
Well,
I've
no
been.
pun intended, but you know what I mean.
Oh wow.
Right?
Yep.
Wait till I open up the spicy one, girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the guys to.
Woo!
All right, you guys, I'm gonna get these guys to give you my address here. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need some of that.
Chrissy, take,
All right, I'll go buy it.
take this one from the tap right here. This is the
this one?
spicy.
Okay.
Now,
All right, so while they're doing their thing, where were you, Andy?
Interview.
So, so in 2014 we started it.
Oh my God, that's.
isn't it good?
And what you're trying now is totally different.
Oh my God, it's
Okay.
so good.
Like I said, it took me 6 years to perfect because I'm perfectioner when it comes to sauce.
Yeah.
and rubs. I can't. If it's not good for me, I'm not going to sell it.
yeah,
And especially putting your name on it and your family name on it.
Absolutely.
You
It's got
know.
to be, it's got to be top notch. And I
That
didn't
is
want
so
something,
good.
thick because to me there's a glaze of a barbecue sauce and there's a dipping barbecue sauce. And I
Spot
wanted
on.
something that's not going to take away from the meat. It's only going to enhance the flavor, especially with the rubs. And that's where it all started with. And once I nailed that down, the spicy one really came like, one batch, and it was like that's it. Because I don't want something too spicy. I wanted something just right to where if you don't do spicy foods, it's going to make you say, okay, let me give it a try. Let me give it a go.
Yeah, you had the base already set there, so it was easier to take that next step because to kick it up with the spice. Yeah.
And it's basically the same recipe. It's just I'm just adding cayenne pepper to it, just to give it a kick. And then when you cook it and it sets, that spice level it goes away. So if you're using a spicy rub, you can go extra heavy with it.
Okay.
And
No
it's just
kidding.
going to be sweet. You're
No
going to get
shit.
that balance of it.
so it comes.
I've got
It comes.
competition cooks that use that spicy ones on ribs, and they just use spicy seasonings, and they've been hitting with it. With that.
You ever mix your two sauces up and make a glaze out of it? Because one's clearly more watery than the other. The original's more watery than the spicy.
Yeah, it's more thinner.
Do you mix them up with a glaze, maybe? Do anything with that typically, or?
Yeah, I'll mix it up with some glazes. I use it's called El Chingon glazes. That's what I use now. Or I'll use Cosmos Q's rib glazes too. Those are
His shit's good, dude.
ones, yeah.
I gotta say,
His with my sauce and something.
his cherry apple habanero glaze is
That's it.
freaking lights the fuck out.
That's the best one.
And then they got the sticky Asian now. You ever tried that on pork belly yet,
I haven't tried it yet.
dude?
I haven't tried
Sticky Asian on the pork belly.
that one. I think that maple bourbon too.
Oh,
I hear that one's good.
on chicken, it's amazing, amazing. You can't go wrong with it. You get and you can mix and match with yours and his and this and that. I mean, shit, it's all winning combinations.
Oh,
baby.
that's the beautiful thing about now. That there's there's so much good stuff out there, and trying this and that and mixing. Oh,
It used to be you go out there and in the competitions where I'm going to mix Blues Hog, Tennessee Red, and regular Blues Hog, and you make your glazes with the Blues Hog. Now I'm going to go out and I'm going to mix freaking big Salinas together. Look for that winning combination win.
hell yeah!
And someday we're going to compete against the big Salinas, and we're going to use their rubs and sauces against them. That would be awesome.
If y'all get away,
Imagine if we
And
beat you
if
with
we
your
go-
own rubs and sauces.
If we go down to Texas and we beat any of them boys,
You can't let
you're gonna
us
see
Northeast.
me moving.
You can't let the Yankees beat you.
I'm gonna be moving in a hurry. Don't ask me questions because I ain't stopping.
Because we can throw down.
I'm getting the hell out of town.
Because we can throw down. Don't fuck around. We order our
we
smokers
ride
from
up here to
Texas.
Now, come on now. You know how we roll.
It's all love, baby. You know. I love
So
it.
then,
Hey, there
so
ain't nothing wrong with us getting beat with someone using their stuff.
Imagine
I tell them all the time,
if you're gonna get beat, you want to get beat with your own shit, right?
yeah, as long as one of us walks.
I
love it.
So obviously you had the two sauces set up. So the next progression is into the rubs. So which was the first rub, or
Yeah.
did you come out with two at the same time?
I wanna
and
say
then
that-
go from there.
I'm gonna say his porker rub came out first, or his SPG. That's my guess. One of these two.
The holy garlic, I think, is the
Am I
first.
totally off? Is the SP the holy garlic? The no bull?
The Noble,
No shit. The no bull.
the Noble. That's what I've used on my briskets for 4 or 5 years.
Here we go, John.
Chop it up.
That's the first seasoning I ever made.
You didn't even cheers me, jerk. What's a cheers?
Cheers.
Oh, I got it in my eye. You suck. Oh shit. God damn. That's cayenne in the eye. You jerk.
I guess that's one
You
way to
got that
find out the
great
ingredient.
black pepper, and it's little coarse ground in there.
Little cumin?
Nope.
Damn it. Thought I tasted a little cumin in there.
There's no cumin and none of our.
Obviously, there's some granulated garlic in there and granulated onion.
Yep.
Some smoked paprika.
Yep.
No, you're right. There's no cumin. I got some turbinado sugar in there. Suck.
Well, this is
There's
like a
dark
whole
brown
thing.
sugar in it.
Obviously, black pepper. Yeah, it's a little. I see a little bit of clumpy for that little clump right there. That's the brown sugar right there.
That's the goodness right there.
I know. I want that. Give me that piece.
But it's got something in there that not a lot of people know.
Ancho chili powder.
Associate with it.
Hatch chili powder.
It's lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper.
I use it in one of my rubs. You can't use too much of it, or it gives it like a. If you use too much of that lemon pepper, I find it gives it a weird taste. It almost makes it smell like freaking, I don't know, for the lack of better terms, feet. If you use too much of the lemon pepper. It smells like John's fucking feet. All right?
Yeah, if you use too much of it, it does make it give it
Shut
a
up.
little smell to it. But
Fucking good.
we use everything. We try to balance everything out on it.
Amazing.
After that, I had the porker rub made, but I went back and did another test run on it because I messed up when I was making the holy garlic. So the holy garlic was
Billy,
the
come here.
second one. The porker and the hot porker rubs were kind of an accident.
We like to get our guests involved.
Yeah, live studio audience.
Live studio audience.
Yeah.
See? People do watch us live. Okay? In case anyone else didn't realize we're in a fake studio. We got people out here. Well, maybe one or two, but that's it. People are here.
Yeah, that porker rub's
People.
it's got a great sweetness to it. Great sweetness to it.
And there's cumin in there, right? No, I'm just kidding.
What's that one?
He said no cumin in
You
none
and
of his
your
rubs.
cumin.
I was joking.
The live studio audience is asking, what was that rub again, gentlemen?
Hot porker?
There you go.
No, that was the porker.
This is the porker.
It's a porker.
There you go.
Well, cumin is more when you get down to South Texas, I find. You guys are North Texas, right? So you start getting to more of those flavors and more of those chili peppers and cumins when you get down into South Texas. Am I right?
Yeah, when you get down to South Texas, that's when they really kind of start using the cumin. You start really getting those kind of Mexican flavors mixing in with everything. And when I tell people, even when we did the podcast, was like, look, Texas is not salt and pepper. There's different regions. You have West Texas, East Texas, North Texas, South Texas, Central Texas.
Central's the more the salt and pepper, maybe more SPG.
Every region has their own flavor.
Right. So now we're on the holy garlic, which is SPG.
Salt, pepper, garlic.
Beautiful.
So, but it's important to get the right ratios when you do an SPG. Everyone's like, SPG, so easy. Yes and no. You want it to be over salty, you want to be over peppery, you don't want it to be, especially don't want it to be over garlicky.
But you don't want it to be the pepper to be too coarse.
The pepper to be too coarse. You guys want to share with us what's mesh you use in here? Is it 16?
Salt, pepper, garlic. That's all you need to know.
I like to know the details. And I'm sure all of our listeners want to know the details. Tell us what you can.
Yes, give us all the secrets and make no money ever.
No, because you still have to put it in action. That's the thing. Barbecue guys will share with you stuff.
Yeah.
You have to go put it in action.
Yeah.
And that's no easy task. And there's a lot of lazy-ass motherfuckers out there
True.
that ain't going to do it.
Very true.
Okay, so tell us the mesh. No, just kidding.
If you got a pen over there, boys, feel free to pen flip them.
At least I talk as a co-host. I could not talk and it'd be boring.
Yeah, then once in a while I'll get a word
I
in
was going
this
to
one.
say, I'm pretty sure
I think we're pretty much even this one
Yeah.
out pretty goddamn quick.
Is that a threat or a promise? I'm confused.
What's up, Rob Marvin? What's up, C-Mac? What's up, boys? Big Rome.
Is Uncle Steve in the house or what?
I haven't seen Uncle
I
Stevie.
didn't see my dude.
Where's that dude?
What?
What's up, Lep? What's up, Ralph? Ralphie. He goes, what's up, liver lips? Classic. Friggin' Ralph. Paisan. Anywho.
So now you threw me completely off. Where were we?
Check your notes. You always bring notes. I don't bring the notes.
Just go off the top of your head.
God forbid you
When
do
was
a
your
little show prep.
guys, when did you do your first comp?
Oh, man. Like 4 years ago?
And that was, what, maybe a few years when you were starting to get into it and everything? And you just right out in your comp. Now you guys doing, what, IBCA? Is that what it is?
So the first one we did was IBCA. It was in Buffalo Springs Lake in Lubbock, Texas.
Okay.
We used our own stuff. I did use some of Cosmo's stuff because I didn't have the rest of it. But, man, that competition, everything you think could go wrong went wrong for us. We didn't use our pit. We used my uncle rented one down there, so we didn't know how it was going to work. The fire didn't get hot enough. Everything just went, haywire with it. We just turned in, the best that we could at the time.
Yeah.
And then the next competition is when we kind of started hitting our stride. So, we need to just do our own thing, not worrying about what other people are doing and just, focus on our own recipes. That's when we kind of started hitting. But, I mean, for us, the last 7 cook-offs, we've hit in 6 of them just using mainly all of our stuff on it.
That's amazing.
And we've gone from not hitting cook-offs to all of a sudden now getting one call in every single cook-off.
Would you say that changed when you start using your own product?
Yeah. When you start using your own stuff or finding that flavor that wows you, that's what you really use. Whether you're using your own stuff or not, I mean, there's a lot of good rubs and sauces out there. I always encourage people just to give them all a try. You never know what you're going to like. But when you find those flavors that wow you and your family, that's when we're going to start hitting.
Absolutely. So that's the competition aspect of it, which, you guys are doing great on it. You hit the 50 states. You got in, what did you say, 14 stores now in Texas and 1 in Missouri?
Yep.
Which is
13 in Texas and 1 in Missouri.
14 stores that's, can't ask.
Big Salinas needs to get into the Owl's Nest.
Oh, yeah.
Steve Ray.
Steve Ray.
Tennessee, where is he? In
In
Tallahassee?
Ottawa, Tennessee.
Yeah.
He has
The Owl's Nest podcast.
Owl's Nest podcast, barbecue show, every Friday night at 7.
Yep.
and he has the Owl's Nest Barbecue Pro Shop. And he always getting tons of stuff in. He has just that passion for it.
He doesn't sell online, but he sells a ton locally. And he sells everything from brisket injections to all different types of rubs and sauces and it's just stuff you can't really get in a lot of places, you know? So this stuff needs to be in there, I'll tell you right now. It's absolutely amazing.
For sure. But the Owl's Nest podcast, speaking of podcasts.
Yes.
Great segue.
Are you back on track now?
I am now.
All right, let's go.
So, as, you know, I'm a mailman by day, barbecuer by everything else. So I'm by myself all day. So, you know, I used to listen to sports radio, and then that just got crazy. So I got into listening to podcasts. So I'm all over the map. Cigar podcast, sport podcast, mafia podcast, and then obviously the barbecue one. So I'm always looking for new stuff. And like I had said to you, Randy, I apologize. I didn't know you guys had one. I'm scrolling just a couple weeks ago, and all of a sudden I see, damn, that's good.
Yeah.
But
G-U-D.
Big Salinas barbecue. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
Look at
wait
this
a
here.
minute.
Look
Hold
at
on.
these guys.
So let's get into this.
Yeah.
So I did. And I finished every single podcast in that day.
Yeah.
I literally had listened. I think it was maybe you guys were on either episode 8 or 9. So it was straight. You know, you're anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. So I spent a good 12 hours with you boys that day. You know,
Get those watch hours up, you know?
so when did it start? Because I want to say like the second or third episode was like the quote unquote Christmas episode. So was it end of the summer, beginning of the fall? And what made you guys want to start your own podcast on barbecue?
Well, I think it was right around Thanksgiving, wasn't it, Randy?
Yeah, it was.
I think our first one was Thanksgiving, but I think Randy was going to do a podcast with somebody. I do believe so. He was going to be on one, and something fell through, and it kind of went south. And being the big brother, I was like, hey, I can't let little brother down like that. So I just said, hey, we know our producer, Chris Bustos, that's real good at it. He's got his own. I said, hey, why don't we do our own podcast? He's like, all right, let me go text him. And literally 5 minutes later, he's like, okay, we're on for this coming up Sunday, our own podcast. Oh, okay. It was, it's literally that fast. And we didn't think, I said, well, if we got 2 people listening, okay, then it's come out, everyone's getting bigger and bigger. And then we have added our small business shout out, which has really helped that because we want to look after, we're a small business, we want to look after other small businesses.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yep, agreed.
Absolutely. No, I find it funny that there's some eerily similarities between your show and ours here.
Oh, is there now, John?
You know, I kind of find myself like Randy. And I would say you are more of the junior.
We're the muscle.
That's right, man. That's right. You know.
Both you boys got the gift of gab.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
You know, I'll be ready to kind of let's get down to business and talk shop and, you know, but which I love because I think it really makes a great dynamic, a great chemistry to have both the, you know, let's get down to the brass tacks of things and then, you know, the, not saying, you know.
Are you trying to say I'm a class clown, you jerk?
No, not the class clown, but you bring a certain levity to it, you know, that not so much dead, you know, brass tacks, right on the money. You know, you kind of steer it in certain directions here and there, or switch to a next topic, and you know, keep everything moving. And it goes on both of you. You know, you do it. You know, it's
One
like
likes to stay on the rails, and one likes to go off the rails.
Yeah,
so it's
like
a good medium.
this past week's podcast, we were talking about the competition this past weekend, and you know, it was, you know, the brisket was this. Who knows what the judges were thinking about the chicken you cooked?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, out of left field, you just hear Junior going, but what about them beans? Yeah. You know, but you brought the whole thing into it.
You make those beans, did you?
I did.
Can't forget the sides.
But it's that whole dynamic that the two of you guys got going that is fantastic. And especially, it's more impressive that it's the brothers.
That you're not actually fighting.
You know how the
getting along.
brothers go back, back
I
and
have them
forth
for
and,
sons.
You got it going on. But, yeah, you guys are doing a great job with that. But I do have one real good question. How the hell do you get away with playing some of the music you got in the bumpers without getting in trouble? Like, I noticed one of them was Mariah Carey Christmas song. I'm like, how the hell did you pull that off? You know?
That's our producer. We let him do whatever he.
But no, yeah, it's great. You know, what is this?
Ken says it's like having Dr. Phil and Maury police the same show, Pit Life BBQ podcast.
Thanks, Kent.
Thanks, Kent.
Thanks, Kent.
Love you too, Daddy Dutch.
We've got the paternity results. Yeah. The Maury Povich.
Congratulations.
Johnny, you are the
You're
father.
both the father.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
As long as it's not me.
Right?
Yeah. Now, so you through the podcast, you've had a few guests on. You know, it was Laura, and one of the guests was, you know, Laura. Was Laura on, or was it Kevin?
Yeah, it was Kevin Caldwell.
Kevin Caldwell from Holy Smoke. Holy Smoke Seasoning. Great stuff right there. You know, then, you know, there was a few other guys on the comp circuit and everything. It's just great interviews, you know, with the guys, getting to know, kind of like how we do, like bringing on people that a lot of people might not see. You know, you got the, you know, the names, you know, so to speak, you know. But let's get into the other people who should be known, you know, like you guys. People should know about Big Salinas Barbecue, hands down.
Agreed.
You know, and you guys are doing the same thing. So where do you guys see, you know, or where do you want to take the podcast?
Hashtag
I think we're
goals.
just going to really kind of stay where we're at. And whatever happens. I mean,
Yeah.
our mentality is we just want to support everyone and bring people on that, you know, stuff we may have come across, or maybe a, you know, store owner or whoever it may be, that maybe people don't know about, and just letting them tell their story. And that's what it's mainly about, is just letting them tell their story and their products, and just letting them be introduced to the barbecue community. Even if, you know, if they've been there, but, you know, they may be struggling, just letting them, you know, introduce themselves back. You know, bringing in more business, but it's just us getting to know them and, you know, building those relationships.
Agreed. And support each other really is what it comes down to it. You know, you support them and, you know, and they support you, and that's what it's all about, man. You know?
Oh, absolutely. Hands down. It's like you said, it's a barbecue family when it comes right down to it.
I mean, we're all better together, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Than not.
Yeah.
That's how you keep that community alive. You help each other, promote each other. It's all barbecue love. I'm gonna keep saying it. It is what it is, and I've been feeling, that love. I've been selling houses for almost 20 years. I don't feel realtor love. Everyone wants to chop each other's heads off. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to sell houses,
Especially right now.
right now. I can't even sell a damn house to save my life. But yet, you know, the barbecue community is just so welcoming and just so loving in a way. That's all it makes you want to do. It does it not?
It does.
Right?
Yep.
Makes you not want to go find it. You're in between jobs. You're like, good. This is where I want to be. In between jobs. And make that.
There are some, like, if you're in between jobs, like, they'll tell you, hey, you know, I got a job, come work for me, or, you know, here's this job, or here's that.
Yep.
Or, you know, if you're struggling with something, they're really good about, you know, bringing you along and, you know, giving you support, you know, whether it's, you know, giving you money, you know, if you're really kind of in that situation. Or like you go to competition, you may be missing an injection, they'll give it to you.
Yeah.
You know, I've gone to some where I went without, you know, I'm not going to cook. And there's like, hey, well, if you want to cook, man, we'll give you all your meats. We'll give you the drums, whatever you need, we'll give it to you if you want to cook.
That's amazing.
Hey.
That's a good question. So what are your vessels of choice when you're during comps? Is it drums? What are you guys using?
Yeah, we use drums.
Yep. All drums, basically. Everything on drums. What do you like so much about the drums that you stick with just the drum?
It's easier to cook on.
Yeah.
I mean, you just really light the fire, set your temperature to where you want it, and you're ready to rock and roll.
Kind of like a green egg in a way, which just kind of keeps its temps for hours. Do you use any, Pit Viper or any, any devices to keep the air flowing or anything like that, or just keep it straight up, managing your vents and old school?
Yeah, just adjusting. If there's wind, you're gonna have to adjust it down. If there's no wind, you gotta open it more. It's kind of that old school kind of feel to it. Before we were using our big smoker that we have, that we nicknamed Dorothy, but it just became too much to pull it in and out. The firewood. When you go to cater, Greg.
Yeah, I know now.
500 gallons.
I know now, son.
You need to cater. Especially if you want to cook hot and fast, you're using more.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not going to be spending all that money for firewood. I can just go hot and fast and do the drums.
Yep.
And everyone now here in Texas is really kind of going to the drums because that's what's hitting.
No kidding. That's producing the best product. The closest to maybe an offset or something that you guys can get to is a UDS.
Yep.
Or a nuts.
Or
or an NUDS.
Are you guys UDSs?
Or nuts.
Like homemade ones, or you use a specific brand one?
So I have two different brands. There's this, it's called Short Lib Gem Smoker from Justin West, who's near us, that I have gotten one from him. And then the other ones that I've got, and I got one on the way from him, is called Brothers Keepers Smokers.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of my competition cooks that uses our sauce. He actually GC'd using our sauce in all his recipes, along with old smokes, seasonings.
No shit.
He uses his drums. We were speaking earlier, his kid is basically the chicken cook. And he's going up against, guys my age, my brother's age, and, constantly getting top 5 calls.
Oh.
You just call me old?
How old are you, Junior? I bet I'm older than you.
I'm 40.
I'm 40. I'm going to be 46 in August, man.
Okay, so you got a few years.
Shit.
And you look every day of it.
Jerk.
Shut up. Look at this gray. Look at all this.
I'm looking at the grays. I'm looking at
your
your gray sweater you're wearing under that fucking shirt, too.
Get the hell out of here. Stop peeking through my windows.
It's poking out the top. I can't not
It
see
ain't
it.
that bad.
You're like a bear.
Yeah. Oh, well. It happens. But
I love you. I do love you, though.
But, yeah.
But
I think both those guys with the drums, you've actually had them on the show, too, if I'm not mistaken, or at least one.
Yeah, I've had James on with
Yes.
Brothers Keepers. Justin West, I'm probably going to try to get him on soon, but I know he's busy with his son having baseball, and he's right now trying to knock out 600 drums by the end of May.
Wow.
Trying to let him and his partner in crime Benny do their thing with those drums.
I might have.
That's a good problem to have.
I got room for a drum.
Oh, I drive by a whole pile every day. I got to swing by the feed store to make sure I got to see if it's got the removable lid or not. It's a hell of a lot easier.
Here's a secret. My wife thinks that my 500 gallon was the last smoker that I was getting.
The best thing about the drum is
Incorrect.
Where did this come from? Oh, it was sitting over in the corner in the back of the shed. You haven't seen that? It's been
that's
sitting there for years.
Honey, I bought a new recycling barrel. Yeah. Yes, it's painted.
With the logo
with
on it.
With a $1,000 paint job.
Intakes and vents. And
it looks like a smoker, but it's just a barrel.
But yeah.
So you won it in a raffle.
Yeah, I won in a raffle.
You always win everything. Remember that.
You always win it.
But, awesome guys. Like I said, I was dying to talk to you boys.
Absolutely.
Wanted to definitely tell people, at least definitely in our area up here in the Northeast, about, Big Salinas barbecue, because
they need to know.
There's 6 winners, hands down, sitting in front of me. So, awesome job. You guys killing it. Best of luck in the future. Once again, thank you for taking some time to join us.
Absolutely.
But I'd like to close this out the way you boys close yours out. And especially with this Thursday being the NFL draft, let's get a quick little NFL talk going here. That's the best part, one of the best parts of the podcast. Yeah, see,
Now he's ready to talk.
Yeah,
Junior's ready to go now.
Junior's like barbecue and football.
He's like, football, let's
do
go.
it.
So
Yeah.
I know the
We're
important
Texas, come on.
the important question on Thursday is, Randy, what are you cooking? Because Junior needs to know if he's got to come over and watch the draft over your house.
Well, if he wants to know, he's gonna have to come over.
Surprise.
See, I told you, I listen to the show.
Chicken wings or steaks. I haven't made up my mind yet.
Oh, I'm coming. I'm there.
Would be one.
He
of
had
those.
them at wings.
Wings.
You prefer a dry wing or a sauced wing? There's no right or wrong answer here. I'm just curious to know your preference. You a dry rub wing or you a wet wing?
I mean, I like them both, but if I had to pick one, probably sauced.
Okay. I go back and forth.
I mean, I can.
I'm like a
Go
ping
down
pong ball.
both.
When it comes to wings, I'm a ping pong ball. I'll side with you, whatever you're
I'm
cooking
leaving
that
that
day. I'm like,
one
I
alone.
love sauce wings.
Me too.
I'm leaving that one alone.
I go both ways. I'm a buy
Stop
winger.
talking. Stop talking.
I'm a buy winger. I don't
Stop
care.
talking right
I'll
now.
love whatever wings you have the day of.
So obviously, some Texas boys. You guys are obviously Miami Dolphins fans.
By Wingle.
Yes? No?
No.
Okay. Admit it. Patriots. Admit it, Patriots.
I'm a Patriots fan now that Tom Brady's there.
And there it is.
All right. Fine, you're going to make me say it. How about them Cowboys?
That's right.
That's right.
The next Super Bowl chance right there.
Hey, I think they're gonna do better than my Patriots. That's for sure. I think. I think we're back down.
Unfortunately.
We're getting back down to the old days. I think.
We're rebuilding phase.
Our 20-year run was. It was fun while it lasted, but
We needed a run for a while.
a little
Right.
gradual decline would have been nice instead of just jumping off the cliff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oops.
So
That's what they do. They like to, when things are perfect, they like to just shatter it and start over
Yeah.
again.
So-
Typical Boston team.
where are the Cowboys going come Thursday evening?
Patrick Surtain out of Alabama.
Alabama boy.
I mean, unless Pitts is there. If Pitts is there for some odd, crazy reason, then I would, as much as we need defense, I would go with Pitts. And it would be like a 5-second decision. But, Jerry likes to make it interesting. So
Every year.
he can draft from his yacht again. We did pretty good last year. So.
So what other positions the boys looking at?
Safety, corner. They said they still do want a tight end, but I'm hearing a lot of defensive linebacker. Linebacker now, defensive line. So it's all kind of centered to the other end of the ball. They find a good offensive lineman, you'll have that in there. But it's like I said, it's mostly on the other side of the ball unless somebody
Mostly
good.
defense.
Unless somebody good falls into their hands.
Because that's what I was going to ask you about how the old line is, because I think the problem with the Cowboys is the offensive line is always so scrutinized from the Great Wall back in the day. In the 90s with all the boys. You had them all, Big Nate and everybody. Larry Allen. Oh, come on.
Notsky.
There were stars from one end to the other. It didn't
Can't say
matter.
the Giants fans. LOL. You
Can't.
got some Bears fans in here, too.
Yeah, but that's the beautiful thing. The NFL is back, Jack.
That's it.
Thursday night, Friday. Ooh, baby.
Oh, yeah.
The NFL draft is one of my favorite times of year.
Yay, sport.
Hey, over there.
Chrissy.
Well, if I could take the pleasure very quickly, these guys have been amazing today. If you want to check out their website, purchase their products, go to our description. There's a link below to their website. There is also one to the podcast as well. So check out Big Salinas BBQ. The stuff is awesome, you guys. I'm pretty fussy, and that stuff was damn good. So.
Chrissy took it from the tap, y'all.
I did.
All right.
I did. It is
From
amazing.
The tap. The same tap I took it from, just a heads up.
Jesus Christ. But
I'm not.
listen,
On that
boys,
note,
I'll get tested next week. It's fine. Jesus.
I already got one shot in, Chrissy. I'm good.
I wasn't talking about
she ain't
COVID.
walking around.
You're lucky if you only catch
Jesus
COVID from
Christ.
me.
But Randy, Junior, thank you, brothers. I appreciate you taking the time, especially Junior. I know you got out of work minutes before this, so thanks for hustling, getting in there, and
Absolutely.
being on time. We figured we were going to jump in
Yeah.
a little later, but right off the gate, okay.
What a
perfect.
professional.
Definitely.
But, like I said, best of luck, guys. Keep up the great work. Hit that competition circuit. You guys are doing great.
100%.
Great products. Like
Keep
I
it
said,
going.
Baby.
Keep it going, gentlemen.
Get you guys some.
Aw,
big
baby Salinas.
There she is.
There
Baby
she is.
Salinas.
Baby
She made
Salinas.
an appearance. Tell them hi.
Beautiful. Hi.
I love the show. Love the podcast. Thanks.
right,
Big
boys.
fan. Big fan.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, boys. Stick around while we do the outro, okay? Stick around with us for a minute.
Awesome. Like
Good
you said,
stuff.
Winner. 6 winners right there.
You guys
hands
gotta
down.
try. You guys gotta try the Salinas Brothers stuff. I mean, it's just phenomenal.
Awesome.
I can't wait to actually cook with it. I'm jazzed. This is
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
put a good. This one right here. I'm telling you, man. The original is gonna put a hell of a color on those ribs.
Yep.
And I'm sure the spicy will as well. But I'm excited to try them. I know my combo I'm starting with, and I'm not gonna tell you.
Well, looks like I'm cooking ribs this weekend.
Yeah.
You know.
But, well, that's it for this week, folks. We'd like to thank you all for joining us. Catch the audio wherever podcasts are found. Catch the video on Facebook and YouTube. On YouTube, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. You'll have all our episodes right there at your fingertips. On social media, you can find us at all the links
Yes.
down below in
Right
the
down there.
description.
So many links.
They keep getting longer.
I know. Every
many
week I get a new
links.
email. Oh, now we're on the friggin' this and that.
Oh, and a
my
quick
God,
shout
I'm on
out-
the TikTok now.
Quick shout out to everyone local to around here that supported my pop-up and sold out 100 tickets again this past week in 4 hours. So super stoked. This Thursday, pick up between 5:30 and 7 at the Woburn Elks. Thank you so much for your support.
Questions and comments, please send them to Pit Life BBQ Podcast at gmail.com. And like always, subscribe, like, rate, and review. Hit
Yes.
that share button. And like we had said earlier when Brother Alton was in, just keep him and his family in your prayers
Yeah.
through the tough time right now.
Absolutely.
But, we had a little subliminal, rocking the dog father gear
We got you
today.
guys.
So
We got you.
You're in our thoughts there, brother.
And our hearts.
You know,
And
if
our
you
hearts.
need us, I'm a phone call away, brother.
Absolutely.
Unless you want to get on a plane, you can come up and we can really chill out up the lake.
There you go.
I'm in.
Doors always open, brother.
You got a backlight to smoke on when you come
That's
down.
it.
100%.
Until next week, guys.
Keep the smoke rolling.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.